Okay, so we have that. Right, glasses, I guess, is our next step. Anything else? Is this a memory of them running away? Yikes! What is this? They look like legs? Games for days. Touch it! Ew, I can't seem to actually touch it. It feels so weird. What exactly is this shadow? I should think about it once we have more clues. I should note this too. Shadow seen through clairvoyance. I guess we're gonna have to deal with the red hoodie in the room. Ah, a ghost! But according to the director, my power is clairvoyance, and I'm seeing what happened in the past? So this isn't a ghost. Not a ghost. How could it not be a ghost? But if I'm seeing something, then something was here. I'll look under the hood. Whoa! It's terrible. I feel like the shadow is watching me. I need to take a closer look. This shadow looks human. It's wearing something. A hoodie? I was half expecting it to actually turn to face me. Alright, so can we like ask now about the hoodie part? Can I ask you something? Was it a hoodie? That thing you saw looked like a haunted spirit of sorts. Blurry and all, but also tangible. Wasn't it that kind of shadow? Huh? Sorry for this abrupt question. No, it's fine. I'm getting accused left and right of faking this to gain attention. I didn't think anyone would believe me. I thought so. That wasn't a trick of the light or a lie. The thing you saw, it was definitely in this room. I'm impressed. I hope you can solve this case for us. Yes! I have like no other clues. I feel like I'm running low on options. Mio, a few things. Oh, nothing else from you. Can I... Where did the shadow come from? Who was the shadow at the entrance? Can I do anything else with you? No. Maybe I can do more with the legs now? I don't know. Sup? Oh. I guess you were an option. About the Dissolution Center. Jasmine, how long have you worked here? 6 months? Not even, actually. What exactly does the Urban Myth Dissolution Center do? Don't know, really. We look into rumors. If it's paranormal related, we figure out what's up. Who would actually ask you to do this? National or local government, also universities and research organizations. This case here is probably the boss man just spotting a rumor and taking interest. About the investigation. Jasmine, how do you usually go about investigating on site? Usually? Ask those who encountered anomalies about what they saw and things like that. Enough leads and you start to see the rough shape of the urban myth. The shape of the urban myth? Who saw what, when and how and all that? You start to get what the urban myth is about. Huh. And then you suddenly get a call from the boss man. I guess it's because of his see-all vision or whatever, yeah? Wow. With that vision, watching everywhere I go? You okay or what? Basically, you're on site, gather clues, and boss man knows. Your job here is to dig up info on the case. That's all there is to it. Okay. I see a haunted spirit. Jasmine, I don't want to alarm you, but there might be a ghost. Seen something that looks like a haunted spirit. What are those shadows that show up with these glasses? Don't see them. No way I know. It's scary because their forms are fuzzy. I can see them, but not touch them. Aren't most monsters in urban myths kind of that way? A bit clearer than ghosts with ridiculous goals or messages. What are these things I'm seeing? Hey, don't ask me. You figure it out. We got a clue. Alright, that helps a lot. Supportive colleague? I should write about Jasmine in my journal too. Oh, okay. My coworker at the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Her impression of me seems to be uninterested. I wouldn't say she's not friendly. Not quite disinterested, not quite. Okay, I guess unfriendly then. That's what happens when you fail. Yeah, I wonder if she hates me. Doesn't matter, I will keep trying. My read on her was disinterested. New trusty coworker. Urban Myth Dissolution Center staff member thinks basically all tasks are too much work. That sounds like disinterested to me. Says detail aspects of investigation are not her strong suit. In charge of guiding us as I stumble through the investigation. Us seems weird. I don't know if I should be taking that into account as a statement, or if maybe it's a little bit of a funky translation thing. As I stumbled through the investigation. Made it clear that her main job was driving, probably a trusty coworker nonetheless. I would absolutely say she's disinterested. Who were the shadows at the entrance? Let's think things over for a bit. Shadows seen through clairvoyance about the shadowy traces. What am I seeing with this clairvoyance power anyways? They look like ghosts but aren't. So weird. I'm not really helping much, even if I can see things. It seems you may still need my support. Can offer a second part of my own urban myth theory, which we had to wait on earlier. Oh no, my memory of the director is going self-aware. First, let's take a moment and narrow down what you really need to consider. Feels weird being tutored by the mere memory of our director. Then again, maybe all that intelligence is rubbing off on me? I feel smarter somehow. I'm happy for you. I mentioned this back at the center. Your clairvoyance shows you the memories of each location, a view of the past. So I'm peeking at what someone was doing right before? If so, what about that foot-like shadow I saw by the entrance? Legs. Maybe this is the memory of... running away... Aiko-san... I know generally what it's supposed to be. Mio and Aiko-san running away. With running away? Running... But, like, I don't know... Unless if I'm wrong about that, but I think... That's specifically, we're talking about the legs, right? Mio and Aiko-san was running away? Running away. Aiko-san with Mio. I guess that technically would make sense. I think Aiko was the one that took charge, right? It's the running away Aiko-san with Mio? Maybe this is a memory of running away Aiko-san with Mio? Doesn't feel right. Yeah, I mean, that sentence seems weird to me. Let me remind you just in case. Clairvoyance shows you the memories left to each location. They are views of past events and not to be with ghosts or such. I see. 4 legs, which means... Yeah, I know. Legs seem to be heading towards the exit. The notes I took on the journal might give us some hints. Aiko-san running away with Mio. That's actually a correct statement. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I was struggling with that. That is like that is an accurate sentence. It's just, I don't know, it threw me off. I had the idea down. I knew what was going on. I just did it stupidly. Maybe this is a memory of Aiko-san running away with Mio. If so, I really can see tiny glimpses of past events. The gaze that Mio felt, what Aiko saw. And what I saw through my clairvoyance, they don't seem to be lying. Combining everyone's accounts and my clairvoyance might tell us something. That was absolutely me being stupid. I understand that now. Alright, where did the shadow come from? We didn't get a specific where, did we? Anomaly that occurred in old buildings, shadow that suddenly appears. Mysterious being that appears very suddenly. We only had one witness, they might simply have imagined things. But Mio also mentioned feeling watched. I have no idea what to think about, or how. In that case, let me offer some guidance. My resident director boss is talking to me again. First, let's take a moment and narrow down what you really need to consider. Suppose this shadow actually exists and acts similar to humans. If it acts like us, I want to know how the shadow showed up. Let's think about that for a bit. Alright, maybe... in liquid form. I love these... somewhere within the room. These are kind of super vague. Maybe it didn't really actually appear. Maybe it has special powers. That arise from circumstances somewhere in the room. This is not correct because she wasn't happy about it. First we need... okay. Maybe... I'm not quite sure what they want me to say specifically. Maybe is based on lies. Maybe it didn't actually appear. Like, it's always there, is the idea, but it... it didn't actually appear... well, maybe it didn't actually appear that... there's a route. Liquid form cannot be it. Maybe I'll actually look at my notes. Does this help me at all? I don't think this has a lot. Looking around with glasses on is way too scary. I see a spooky figure inside Mio's room, so that means I'm seeing the traces of whoever's actually making it into Mio's room. Into the police station. Saw a poster. I mean, at this point I could probably just brute force it, but I want to kind of actually consider what they're trying to have me say. Alright, we know what that is. Glasses are scary. Poster doesn't matter. Time Mio and Echo were in the room. Actually witnessed a shadow. Okay, none of these were actually more information. I don't know if any of those will help. I don't know if it didn't... I feel really stupid. If I... should I close this to try to look for more? I can't. I'm kind of stuck in this. I can go to logs, but that's a lot of logs. Doesn't help that Meguriya is in most of those. In liquid form, didn't actually appear. Arises from circumstances, not it. Maybe, well, like a real sentence. Maybe Aiko's doesn't make sense. That Aiko's somewhere within the room doesn't make sense. Maybe in liquid form. Didn't actually appear, not a thing. That it didn't actually appear somewhere within the room, I guess could be something. So would that be then... did I not do that it has special powers? Maybe it has special powers that it didn't actually appear somewhere within the room. I guess, so if this is correct, I don't know if it is, but this would imply then the idea that it is always there, but appears due to circumstances. But I don't think that's correct either. This is like the first case. I'm drowning right now. None of those are correct. How did the shadow figure get in? I don't think it got in. It didn't actually appear as not it. Maybe... there's a route? I'm dying right now. Do you guys have anything else? They don't really talk... their, like, profile doesn't really talk about the event. I mean, the worst part is the clues that I do know about are like, okay, dark. Maybe. I don't want to just keep trying stuff. It has special powers somewhere within the room. Based on lies. I already forgot even the options I decided to take. Oh my god. What an awful, awful beginning for me. How many logs do I need to go back? So many logs. There would be so many. That's too many because I also talked to Jasmine. And it doesn't go all the way back. I could just do it. Has special powers a bunch. That leads in somewhere. Is that what it wants? A route? Maybe there's a route that leads in somewhere within the room? That's it? I feel like we haven't had any clues that would indicate that. Maybe there's a route that leads in somewhere within the room. Yes, I should try to focus on how it got inside the room. Man or monster, that should show us who or what they are. Where did the shadow come from? The shadow world. Look again. If I can see it with clairvoyance, something was definitely here, right? Looks similar to that photo too, the one we saw in the posts. So this might be the anomaly that showed up in Mio's room. Let's assume it was, for now. Is there anything else? Look closer, look again, look closer. Nothing to ask. Can't look at windows like this. I'm curious. Think things over. If it was a normal intruder, would they easily be able to climb up so high? I should ask what the police told them. What did the police tell you? Aigo-san, can I ask you something? About the intruder. Did the police say anything about the intruder entering through the window? I hated the way they treated me and stopped listening midway. That's not what I asked. I think they told Mio something. Understood. I listened to you and then barely cared. You're not Mio. Just don't rely on me, got it? No problem. Mio, a few things. How did the shadow get in? I've been thinking, to find out what the shadow was, we should first figure out how it managed to sneak in. It suddenly appeared, but any idea how it got in? I don't know. Something scary happened to me before, and since then I've been extra careful to check the doors, so how could this... It was really sudden, out of thin air even. Something scary happened. Can I ask you what happened to you before? If it's okay to ask, that is. Around 2 years ago, I think, someone was kind of stalking me. That was one of the reasons I moved here. Since then, everything was okay until yesterday. I'm really scared. Help me, Azami. I don't think she said that it was her boyfriend. Go with the intruder first. Did the police say anything about the intruder entering through the window? I thought of the same thing and asked them. They didn't find any evidence around the window or on the balcony. Also, we're on the 4th floor and the road in front is pretty busy. Some places are open until midnight, so they said it's unlikely. I see, makes sense, but it happened after midnight. Windows is entirely unlikely, note it. Good luck with your investigation. I believe in you, Azami. Yeah, but a boyfriend? This is purely for investigative purposes, but you know, like... Please tell me about any boyfriends, if I may ask. I don't have anyone I'd call a boyfriend, not currently. No BF now. Note it. Sorry, thanks. Alright, so we were just asking generally about... I guess we were kind of leaping to a conclusion there. That, like, maybe a boyfriend would have been the stalker. But I feel like at that point we should have just asked more about the stalker. Do you know anything about the stalker? Can I ask you something? Do you think there would be anything extra with this? No. We don't have anything else to ask about. I did not want to talk to you. Take a new peek? I guess because we're trying to find a point of entry more so now compared to before. Looks pretty standard. No space for anyone to hide here. I'm here, so might as well snap a shot. Look even closer. Huh? On close inspection, the toilet cover is raised. The seat is raised as well. I remember Mio being the type who's always conscious about this stuff. I should close it for now. Now, I mean, I don't know. Did the police decide to use the can? Look around. Mio mentioned being careful about checking that her door is locked. Mio's really diligent, unlike me. I can't picture her forgetting to lock up. I should snap a pic here, too. I've talked to Mio and Aiko-san. I kind of want to ask more about the toilet, honestly. And looked around the room, I think. So, getting closer to narrowing down the urban myth? Well... Yeah, not like we could. About that time, though. At this stage, the boss man tends to call. Someone's phone is ringing. Could it be boss man? See, right on cue. What? Wait, it's mine. Her eyes are going nuts. I think that's the screen, like, reflecting off of it. That's like an extreme vibration. Pick up already. Yes. Hello, this is Azumi. Director Meguriya here. Well done, Mrs. Azami. Only took you like 5 failed attempts to hypothesize that the intruder came in somehow. The director's on. I just don't know how to construct a sentence. That's my problem. Cut the formalities, eh? Director or whatever is fine. Yes. Director. Son. Thanks to your efforts, the urban myth within this case is taking shape. This may be a good time to identify which one it is. Okay, how should we identify the urban myth? Countless urban myths exist in this world. Is this gonna be like a phasmophobia? Like we have to take into account whether or not the EMF reading came out? I believe you've already referenced part of our center's archives. Identification is about finding the correct record of the urban myth that matches this case's specifics. Yet another of my beginner questions, but do we even need to identify what it is? Urban myths tend to be grouped into several categories. A sizable number of them are known to stalk those who encounter them. So if this myth is one of them, Mio might still be in danger. Identification is a step towards adequate prognosis. Surely you agree? Oh yes, I see what you mean. Without further ado, let the identification begin. I mean, more than... Most likely... Oh, he's going nuts. He's doing it. Thank you all for your patience. I believe you would all prefer a swift resolution, so I appreciate your kind cooperation with our identification process. Please convey to everyone what I just told you. Well, everyone? Our director is here on the phone to guide us through the process. First of all, what exactly is identification? You're asking everyone now? We compare various mysterious occurrences in the field to our center records. This is oh my god, I can talk. This is to determine which urban myths match the specifics. So identifying helps us figure out what to do next. I mean, more than likely, the solution is either to give a wishy-washy answer or to throw candy at it and run away. But you don't need to hear our investigation report first. Such is the power of my vision. I feel like there should be like a TM after vision. I'm already aware of your investigation results. The director is basically an anomaly himself. Let us begin by laying out what exactly happened here. This started around Mio and Aiko-san. They both encountered a suspicious intruder, correct? That's right. This intruder that they witnessed. The first key factor is whether they really existed. Though pictures were uploaded to social media, do you suspect they are fake pictures? That is not what this is about. People tend to think they saw things that don't exist, and get caught up in that possibility. We need to ascertain this anomaly's existence from objective facts instead of relying solely upon their accounts. Objective facts? Mrs. Azami, I understand you have already gathered the necessary clues. With your power of clairvoyance. Yes, I think. So, Mrs. Azami, could you kindly what am I trying to say? Could you kindly recap the clues you found by investigating with clairvoyance? I saw a ghost! I saw a shadowy figure. It's not a ghost. I saw a shadowy figure. I believe that's the entity that made Mio feel watched and that Aiko-san saw. I don't know if it was human or anomaly, but I think something must have been present in that room. Whoa! Great! Are we gonna get like a combo if we do really good? Through testimonies and clues from your clairvoyance, you were able to narrow down the rumor. We were able to confirm that some entity was indeed here. This is a wild process. And no one sees this because we're just on the phone. Let us focus on what exactly that shadowy figure might have been. Mrs. Azami, I believe you found some form of evidence that said the shadowy figure was present in Mio-san's room. Was there anything that caught your eye? You mean other than the shadow I saw with clairvoyance? Yes, there was a clue you came across while investigating. If you were watching with your vision, you could just tell me. I might not always be around so conveniently, and this is your training day. So let me ask you, Mrs. Azami. Where was there evidence of the shadowy figure who supposedly appeared in Mio-san's room? I would say the bathroom would have to be the closest thing. There wasn't anything on the shelf, nothing in the curtains. Someone had to take a piss. The unit bathroom felt kind of strange. Ah, splendid. What did you feel was strange about the bathroom? The toilet. Let me guess. The toilet seat being upright? Mio's the type who closes the lid too. There's no way she'd leave the seat up. Excellent! What matters here is not the toilet seat itself, but the gender constraints it indicates. All the more as the residents had been consistent about handling the lid. I'm surprised that that's not the initial thought process. The, what was the term that he used? I can look at the logs. Gender constraints. The third presence in the room would have been a ghost. Male. A man. Alright, you didn't let me guess that one. Also, gender constraints. You can pee sitting down as a man. Like, I'm sorry. You could like shift it around to not like have it fall into the water. What in the what? What would an open toilet lid tell you? What would an open toilet lid tell you? A mysterious entity was witnessed as a shadowy figure. It took actions that were clearly divergent from the residents. The seat substantiates this. The indication that the shadowy figure was likely male. Huh? So this anomaly chose to relieve itself? You shouldn't assume what an anomaly would or wouldn't do. Some anomalies might have to piss. It's natural, it's a normal thing to do. Some anomalies cause unscientific phenomenons, while others act just like humans. Wonderful, this urban myth's traits are seeping out onto the light. Director-san, are you enjoying this? He's getting off to it. This is the best day of his life right now. Miss Azami, your next choice will be vital. Sure. A shadowy figure of male gender appears in your room. When exactly and from where? I remember Mio saying it appeared out of nowhere. Anomalies are tied to specific locations. There always is something about where they appear. So, Mrs. Azami, I'm actually not positive about this. My guess would be under the bed. Yes? Do you recall who first witnessed the anomaly? It was Aiko. Unless if you count the, like, feeling watched. She saw it when they were getting ready to sleep. Yes, indeed. And she was sleeping on the floor. Mio-san's room had only one bed. Which, I mean, this seems like a detail that I know they were flustered because they were trying to escape, but I feel like you would have remembered that detail. And not just they're in the room. They appeared randomly in the room. So Aiko-san improvised a bed on the floor and was about to lie down. So, Mrs. Azami, do you know where Aiko-san saw the male intruder? Under the bed! Under the bed, I guess? Aiko-san would have been trying to sleep just in front of the bed. Brilliant! It really does feel like a combo system. I just hit 50 times combo. Exactly. Aiko-san noticed a man hiding under the bed. The urban myth that matches the circumstances would be just a dude, I think, at this point, right? So all the other information, identification. The man under the bed. Okay, so it's still a myth. It's a crazy ghoul under the bed. Couldn't just be the actual stalker situation. The man under the bed? Hey, I know that one. The one with the machete, or axe. Hides under your bed with his weapon of choice. Really? Yes, it's a popular urban myth. Possibly originating in the United States. Yes, I think he was holding something. An axe? Might have been. Director-san, what should we do? What could I do? Need to think of something. Yes, about that. This urban myth is difficult to guard against. Huh? Other sightings vary. An initial and only encounter. An initial and only encounter. Or another case where it jumped around from victim to victim. The unpredictability of its next action is what makes this anomaly so compelling. Compelling? Mio's in trouble here, right now. Right here, right now. Tell me what to do already. As I said, this one cannot be countered. So you can head back to the center for now. There's something else we'd like you to work on. Oh? What if it shows up today as well? You seem to misunderstand, Mrs. Azami. The Urban Myth Dissolution Center is an investigational organization focused on urban myths. We are neither makeshift police nor bodyguards. That is beyond our scope. Then what's the dissolution part of that, like, name? That's a terrible thing to say. I just wanted to protect Mio. Oh, it's okay, Azami. Is it? You don't have to force yourself. they seem very calm about it. We understand your boundaries, so you might want to call it a day. Well, Aiko-san. Azami. I don't know what to do. Mio. Don't worry, my place is just one station from here. Yeah, but it might jump from victim to victim. Did you not hear him? I can show up real quick if anything happens. I'll watch over Mio. Oh, you mean just to, like, check it out when it's someone that's under the bed with a weapon? Yeah, you'll have time to come help out. Mio, listen. Yes? I'd like you to have this, at least as a lucky charm. It's a letter. It might help you feel more at ease when you're in trouble or worried. Thank you, Azami. I'll read this later. A lucky charm letter? Can we talk about that? Well, we should call it a day. Please rest well, Mio. Have you checked the locks? Should be good. Have you checked under the bed? I've heard the guy likes to be there. Why is this even happening? I have an idea. You know, it might not work. Get rid of the legs of your bed. Then there will be no underbed. Azami, help me. Who? Scared me. Just a call. Who is it? Oh no, the call is coming from under the bed. I'll be honest, I've never heard of the, like, killer under the bed, as far as, like, an urban legend goes. I guess it would be similar to, like, the hook on the car kind of thing. I mean, you know, there are a lot of American urban legends that are just psycho killer, has to say. Oh, hello, Aiko-san? Yes, yes. Thank you for your help these last few days. I'm glad I wasn't alone. Oh, no, I know you're busy with work, so please. Yes, all locked. Balcony and entrance. The chain's in as well. Yes, bedtime for me. You too. Now, I don't know about you. I would immediately leave if something made a noise under my bed. Not again. Yeah, that's the reaction. No! It really is the raincoat killer.